You know, I've learned something over the years. It's not the hours you put in that make the difference. It's what you put into those hours. Some people work 12 hours a day and move an inch. Others work 6 and move a mile. What's the difference? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's habits. The small disciplines practiced every day. The little choices that compound over time. Because here's the truth, my friends. Success doesn't come by accident. It comes by design. You can predict your future by the habits you build today. So if you want to be the most productive person alive, don't look for a secret. Don't wait for inspiration. Look at your habits, because they're either working for you or against you. Today, I want to share 7 habits. Simple, powerful, and life-changing. That will help you do more, achieve more, and become more than you ever imagined. Habit 1, begin every day with purpose. You know, most people wake up accidentally. The alarm rings. They stumble out of bed. They rush. They scroll. They react. And before they even know it, the day has taken control of them. But the most productive people, the truly successful ones, they start their day on purpose. Because here's what I've learned. If you don't run the day will run you. Purpose is the anchor of productivity. Without it, your time gets hijacked by distractions, noise, and urgency. But with it, every minute starts to matter. Every task gains direction, and even ordinary work becomes meaningful. You see, purpose is what separates the busy from the productive, the frantic from the focused. It's what keeps you centered when life starts pulling you in 100 directions. So, how do you begin your day with purpose? Let me give you a few simple ideas. First, take time before the world wakes up. That's right. Get up early. Give yourself the gift of quiet time. The first 30 minutes of your day. No phone, no noise, no emails. Just you and your thoughts. Sit with a notebook. Ask yourself a few simple questions. What do I want out of today? What would make this day valuable? What must I focus on to move forward? Those few moments of reflection can change the entire direction of your day. Because a day well planned is a day half won. Second, set clear intentions. Don't drift. Decide. Write down your top 3 priorities. Not 10, not 20, just 3. Ask yourself, if I could only accomplish 3 meaningful things today, what would they be? This is how you focus your energy. This is how you make sure you're working on the important, not just the urgent. Because being busy is easy, but being effective, that takes clarity. Third, connect your actions to your vision. See, every day should move you closer to the person you want to become. So when you plan your day, don't just fill it with tasks. Fill it with purpose. If you're building a business, see it as a vehicle for freedom. If you're studying, see it as an investment in your future. If you're working on your health, see it as a gift to your family. When your why is strong enough, the how becomes easy. And finally, practice gratitude. Before you dive into your work, take a moment to appreciate what you already have. Gratitude creates the right atmosphere for success. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's possible. When you begin your day thankful, you're already winning. Because gratitude keeps you calm, focused, and open to opportunity. My friends, here's the secret. You don't need a perfect morning routine. You need a purposeful one. You don't need more hours in the day. You need more meaning in the hours you have. When you wake up each morning with a clear purpose in your mind and gratitude in your heart, you take control of your time. You take control of your results. You take control of your life. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what's my purpose today? And when you start your day with purpose, you won't just get more done. You'll become more. Because the secret of productivity isn't in the clock. It's in your clarity. It's in your purpose. And once you begin each day with that, you'll find that success isn't something you chase. It's something you attract. Habit 2, guard your time like treasure. You know, one of the greatest lessons I ever learned is this. Time is more valuable than money. You can lose money and make it back, but once you lose time, it's gone. Forever. That's why the most productive people, the ones who build great lives, great businesses, great legacies, they treat time as a sacred resource. They guard it like treasure. See, most people don't spend time. They waste it. They trade golden hours for distractions that mean nothing. They scroll, they gossip, they drift. And then one day, they look back and realize they were busy all their lives, but not productive. It's not that they didn't work hard. It's that they didn't protect what mattered most. Here's what I want you to remember. Every yes is also a no. When you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else. So if you say yes to every meeting, every call, every little demand on your time, you're saying no to your goals, your growth, your dreams. That's why the great ones, they learn the art of saying no, not out of arrogance, but out of focus, because your life moves in the direction of what you give your attention to. So, how do you guard your time like treasure? Let me give you a few thoughts. First, become aware of where your time goes. Most people don't track it. They think they're productive until they see how many hours disappear in distractions. Keep a log for a few days. Write down how you spend every hour. You'll be amazed at what you discover. Awareness is the first step toward mastery. Second, schedule your priorities, not your interruptions. Don't let your day fill itself. Design it. Set aside blocks of uninterrupted time for your most important work. Guard those blocks like gold. No calls, no notifications, no noise. Because deep work requires deep focus. You can't create greatness in fragments. You can't build something meaningful between distractions. If it matters, protect it. Third, respect other people's time, but honor your own. It's good to help. It's good to care. But if you give away every hour, you'll have nothing left to build your own dream. You can't pour from an empty cup. So learn to say, I'd love to help, but not right now. Or, that sounds great, let me check my schedule. Every no to distraction is a yes to destiny. And finally, spend your time with intention. Ask yourself often, is this the best use of my time right now? Because time doesn't just slip away in years, it slips away in moments. One unguarded hour, one unnecessary distraction, one more delay on something important. Guard your time, because it's your life. My friends, time is the raw material of success. Every minute you protect is a piece of your future. You don't have to be busy all the time. You just have to be intentional. So decide today to treat your hours as if they were gold coins. Spend them wisely. Invest them in what matters. And refuse to let anyone or anything waste them for you. Because once you learn to guard your time like treasure, you'll discover you always have enough. Enough time to grow. Enough time to create. Enough time to live. And that, my friends, is the beginning of true productivity. Habit 3. Focus on high-value activities. You know, I meet so many people who are busy all day long. They're running here, running there, checking off lists, answering calls, putting out fires. And by the end of the day, they're exhausted. But when they look back, they realize they didn't move an inch closer to their goals. Now, that's not productivity. That's activity. And there's a big difference. See, the key to being truly productive isn't doing more things. It's doing the right things. You've got to learn to focus on what I call high-value activities, the few actions that produce the greatest results. Because not everything on your list deserves your energy. Some things matter more than others. Some things move the needle. Others just keep you busy. Let me put it this way. If you're climbing a ladder, make sure it's leaning against the right wall. It doesn't matter how fast you climb if you're headed in the wrong direction. So ask yourself often, is what I'm doing right now taking me closer to my goal or just keeping me occupied? That one question can change your life. Now, how do you identify high-value activities? Let me share a few ideas. First, know your goals. You can't decide what's valuable if you don't know what you're aiming for. Clarity is power. When you're clear on what you want, you'll see exactly which actions deserve your focus and which ones you can let go of. So, take time to define your vision. What's the outcome you're working toward? What would success look like for you this year? This month? This week? Once you know that, you can align your efforts with purpose. Second, apply the 80/20 principle. 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. That means most of what you do each day doesn't really move you forward. So find your vital few, the small number of tasks that bring the greatest return. Then, give those your best energy, your best hours, your full attention. If you focus on the vital few, you'll accomplish more in 1 month than most people do in a year. Third, delegate or eliminate the rest. If a task doesn't add value, either pass it on or let it go. You don't have to do everything. You just have to do the essential. And sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is to stop doing what doesn't matter. It's not laziness. It's wisdom. Fourth, protect your prime hours. We all have a few hours each day when we're at our best. Sharp, creative, focused. Don't waste those hours on low-value work. Don't start your day with emails, messages, or errands. Use your best time for your best work. That's how you build momentum. That's how you create excellence. My friends, here's what I've learned. The secret to extraordinary productivity isn't found in doing more. It's found in doing less. Better. It's about concentration, not complication. It's about quality, not quantity. When you focus on high-value activities, you begin to multiply your impact. You stop chasing every shiny thing and start building something that lasts. So tomorrow, when you sit down to work, ask yourself, what's the most valuable thing I can do right now? Then do that with focus, with intensity, with purpose. Because when you master this habit, you'll discover something incredible. You don't have to work harder to achieve more. You just have to work smarter. And once you do that, productivity becomes predictable. Success becomes inevitable. Habit 4, practice discipline, not motivation. You know, people often ask me, Jim, how do I stay motivated every day? And I tell them, you don't. Because here's the truth, my friends. You won't always feel motivated. Some days, you'll wake up tired. Some days, you'll feel discouraged. Some days, the fire just isn't there. And that's okay. Because success was never built on motivation. Success is built on discipline. Motivation is a spark. It's exciting. It's emotional. It feels good. But discipline is a habit. It's steady. It's consistent. It's reliable. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. Motivation says, I feel like it. Discipline says, I'll do it anyway. You see, anyone can act when they feel inspired. That's easy. But the great ones, they act when they don't feel like it. They show up. They do the work. They keep their promises to themselves. And over time, that consistency builds something powerful. Character. Because discipline isn't just about doing the work. It's about becoming the kind of person who can be trusted to do it. Now, let me tell you something important. Discipline is not punishment. It's not restriction. It's freedom. When you're disciplined, you control your habits instead of your habits controlling you. You don't live by impulse. You live by intention. You don't depend on mood. You depend on principle. And that's where real confidence comes from. Knowing that no matter what the day brings, you can count on you. So, how do you build discipline? Let's talk about that. First, start small. You don't need to change your life overnight. Just start with one promise to yourself. Wake up at the time you said you would. Read 10 pages a day. Exercise for 20 minutes. Small disciplines, practiced consistently. Become powerful over time. Because the strength of discipline isn't built in the big moments. It's built in the small, unseen choices you make every day. Second, keep your word to yourself. Every time you keep a promise, you build self-respect. And every time you break one, You chip away at your confidence. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Not because it's easy, not because you feel like it, but because you said you would. That's how you build integrity. That's how you build strength. Third, embrace discomfort. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. If you only do what's easy, you'll stay where it's comfortable. And where it's comfortable, nothing grows. Discipline means pushing past the resistance, doing what's necessary even when it's unpleasant. Because every time you choose discomfort, you grow a little stronger, a little wiser, a little better. And finally, remember your why. Discipline without purpose feels like a chore, but discipline with purpose feels like power. When you know why you're doing it, why you're waking up early, why you're studying, why you're building that business, you'll find strength even on the hard days. Your purpose fuels your persistence. My friends, motivation is temporary. Discipline is eternal. Motivation gets you to the gym once. Discipline keeps you there for years. Motivation helps you start the book. Discipline helps you finish it. Motivation inspires the dream. Discipline builds it. So don't wait to feel ready. Don't depend on excitement to move you forward. Make discipline your foundation. Do what you said you would do, especially when it's inconvenient. Because once you master that, you'll realize something powerful. You don't need to chase motivation. You'll have something better. You'll have momentum. And momentum, built by discipline, will take you further than motivation ever could. Habit 5. Keep learning every day. You know, one of the greatest investments you'll ever make is not in the stock market, not in real estate, not even in a business. It's in yourself. Because the more valuable you become, the more valuable your time becomes. And the more valuable your time becomes, the more valuable your life becomes. That's why I say, never stop learning. See, life is a constant classroom. Every day is a lesson. Every experience, a teacher. But most people, they stop learning the moment they leave school. They close the books, hang the diploma on the wall, and say, well, that's it. I'm done. But success doesn't come to those who finish learning. It comes to those who continue learning, because the world keeps changing. And if you don't grow, you get left behind. Learning is the seed of progress. It's how you renew your mind, refresh your spirit, and refine your craft. Every new idea you absorb has the power to change the way you see the world and the way the world sees you. So, don't just go through life. Grow through life. Now, how do you practice this habit? Let me give you a few thoughts. First, read. Leaders are readers. Readers are thinkers. And thinkers are the ones who change the world. You might say, Jim, I don't have time to read. Well, let me tell you, you don't have time not to. Even 15 minutes a day adds up. 1 book a month, 12 books a year. And in 5 years, you'll be miles ahead of everyone who didn't start. Because reading expands your vision, stretches your imagination, and strengthens your thinking. Books are like mentors that never stop talking. Second, seek out mentors. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. Learn from the people who've already walked the path. Ask questions. Listen deeply. Take notes. A mentor can help you see further, faster. They shorten your learning curve and help you avoid the mistakes that cost years to repair. Because wisdom doesn't just come from experience. It also comes from other people's experience. Third, learn from your own life. Every success and every failure has a lesson inside it. Don't rush past them. Reflect on them. Ask yourself, what worked? What didn't? What can I do better next time? Reflection turns experience into education. Otherwise, you'll keep repeating the same mistakes, calling it bad luck. But when you learn from your past becomes your teacher, not your prison. Fourth, stay curious. Curiosity keeps your mind young. It keeps your spirit alive. Don't let routine make you rigid. Don't let success make you stubborn. Be the person who keeps asking, why? How? What if? Because curiosity is the doorway to innovation. It's what turns ordinary people into extraordinary creators. And finally, apply what you learn. Knowledge isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. You can read 100 books, attend a dozen seminars, but if you never use what you learn, it won't change your life. It's not what you know that counts. It's what you do with what you know. Learning without action is just information. Learning with action becomes transformation. My friends, the mind is like a garden. If you don't plant the seeds of new ideas, weeds of ignorance will grow by default. So feed your mind every day. Feed it with books. Feed it with wisdom. Feed it with curiosity and truth. Because the more you learn, the more you earn, not just in money, but in growth, in confidence, in peace. Keep learning every day. Keep stretching your mind. Keep becoming more valuable. Because when you do, opportunity will start looking for you. And that's when life gets truly exciting. Habit 6, rest, reflect, and recharge. You know, we live in a world that glorifies being busy. People wear exhaustion like a badge of honor. They say, I'm grinding, I'm hustling, I'm working 20 hours a day. But here's the truth, my friends. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you burn out your energy, you burn out your potential. Because productivity isn't just about how much you do, it's about how well you recover. Even the strongest athletes rest. Even the sharpest minds pause. Even the most powerful machines need maintenance. So if you want to stay productive for the long haul, you must learn the art of renewal, to rest, reflect, and recharge. Not because you're weak, but because you're wise. Rest is not laziness. Rest is strategy. When you rest your body, you restore your energy. When you rest your mind, you sharpen your clarity. Some people think rest is wasting time. No, rest is investing time, because a rested mind works faster. A calm spirit sees clearer, and a recharged soul creates better. Let's talk about these 3: rest, reflection, and recharge. First, rest. Learn to disconnect. Put the phone down. Step away from the noise. Give yourself permission to pause. Take a walk. Sit in silence. Spend time in nature. Let your mind breathe. You see, rest doesn't just heal the body. It heals the perspective. Sometimes, the best solution to a problem comes after a good night's sleep, not during another sleepless night. So stop glorifying burnout. Start honoring balance. Because rest is not quitting. Rest is preparing to start again stronger. Second, reflect. Reflection is how you turn experience into wisdom. At the end of the day, take a few minutes and ask yourself, what did I learn today? What worked well? What can I do better tomorrow? You see, if you don't take time to reflect, you'll keep repeating the same mistakes, just faster. Reflection brings awareness. Awareness brings improvement. And improvement, practiced daily, leads to mastery. So don't rush through life. Pause long enough to extract the lesson, because every day has something to teach, if you'll only listen. Third, recharge. Find what fills your soul. Maybe it's reading. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's time with family or moments of solitude. Whatever it is, make space for it. You can't create from an empty place. You can't give your best if you never refill your energy. Recharge isn't optional, it's essential. Because when your energy rises, your creativity expands, your patience deepens, your vision clears. You come back to your work, not tired and frustrated, but calm, strong, and ready. My friends, resting doesn't slow your progress. It sustains it. The goal isn't to run hard for a week. It's to run strong for a lifetime. So take care of yourself. Protect your energy. Honor your rhythm. Work hard, yes. But also rest well. Reflect deeply. Recharge fully. Because when you do, you'll not only be more productive, you'll be more present, more focused, more alive. And that's the real secret to success. Not just to do more, but to be more. So remember, rest when you need to. Reflect on what matters. And recharge your spirit often. Because a well-rested mind, a reflective heart, and a recharged soul can accomplish anything. Habit 7, live with purpose. You know, after all the years, all the lessons, all the talks and travels, I've come to one simple truth. A life without purpose is a life without power. You can have talent, you can have skills, you can even have time. But if you don't have a why, you'll drift. You'll work hard, but not move forward. You'll be busy, but not fulfilled. Because purpose is the engine. It's what gives meaning to the miles. See, purpose is not something you stumble upon one morning. It's something you build. It's something you choose. It's the quiet understanding of why you do what you do and who you're doing it for. You don't need to change the world to have purpose. You just need to live each day with meaning. Because purpose turns work into mission and effort into passion. So let me ask you a question. Why do you get up in the morning? Is it just to get through the day? Or is it to grow, to serve, to create, to give? Because here's what I've found. When your why is strong enough, your how takes care of itself. Purpose gives strength to the weary, clarity to the confused, and courage to the uncertain. It's what keeps you standing when everything else tries to knock you down. Now, let's talk about how to live with purpose. First, define what truly matters to you, not what others expect of you, not what society says you should chase, but what you value. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? What impact do I want to leave behind? Because when you know your values, decisions become easier. Purpose gives direction to your choices. It helps you say no to what doesn't align and yes to what does. Second, connect your daily actions to your larger mission. Don't separate your purpose from your work. Blend them. Whether you're building a company, raising a family, or starting from scratch, find the meaning in what you do. Maybe your purpose is to inspire. Maybe it's to create. Maybe it's to lead, to teach, or to love. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be yours. When you see your work as part of something greater, even the smallest task gains significance. Third, live your purpose out loud. Don't hide it. Don't wait until it's perfect. Live it now. Let your actions speak. Let your character show. Let your life become an example of what's possible. When a person lives with intention, because purpose is contagious, when others see you living yours, it sparks something in them too. And finally, let your purpose evolve. As you grow, your vision will grow. As you change, your mission will deepen. That's not confusion, that's maturity. Life will expand your purpose as you become more aware, more capable, more compassionate. So keep listening, keep learning, keep aligning your work with your heart. My friends, at the end of the day, it's not about how much you earned or how many hours you worked. It's about who you became and what you gave. Because when you live with purpose, you wake up excited, you work with passion, and you rest with peace. Purpose gives life depth. It turns ordinary days into meaningful journeys. So don't just live by habit, live by design. Live with intention, live with purpose. Because a person with purpose doesn't just make a living, they make a difference. And that, my friends, is the highest form of productivity. You know, when it all comes down to it, success isn't built in a single day. It's built in the habits you live by, the little disciplines, the quiet choices, the unseen efforts, repeated, refined, and remembered. Because here's the truth, my friends. Success is predictable. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's cause and effect. Do the right things, and you'll get the right results. If you begin every day with purpose, you'll know where you're headed. If you guard your time like treasure, you'll make every moment count. If you focus on high-value activities, you'll build results that last. If you practice discipline, you'll keep going long after motivation fades. If you keep learning, you'll stay ahead, sharp, curious, unstoppable. If you rest, reflect, and recharge, you'll have the strength to keep climbing. And if you live with purpose, you'll not only succeed, you'll matter. Remember, the goal is not to be busy. The goal is to be effective. Not to just fill your days with activity, but to fill your life with meaning. The habits you build today, will either serve you or enslave you. So build the right ones. Because every day you wake up, you have two choices: to repeat the same patterns or to rewrite your future. My advice? Start now. Start small, but start. Because consistency beats intensity, direction beats speed, and purpose beats everything. You don't have to be perfect, just intentional. And if you stay faithful to these 7 habits, you'll discover something extraordinary. You'll get more done, feel more alive, and become the person you were meant to be. So my friends, go out there and live each day with purpose, discipline, gratitude, and focus. Because when you do, you won't just be productive. You'll be powerful. You'll be peaceful. You'll be unstoppable. And that is the true secret to success.